What's going on, everyone? It's King Tuts Pro and welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video. Before I begin, I am putting out a video every single day this week until Sunday, or actually Saturday of this week. In this video, I'm going to show you a super cool kind of effect slash color grade effect that you guys can apply to your music videos or vlogs or whatever video you want to add this to. It's very simple. There's no plugins required, no special software at all. The only thing you need is Final Cut Pro 10 and the video that you're going to be using. So this is the effect that I was inspired to recreate, which is this one. The video looks so cool. The way it was just edited and color graded, and just the effects that overall was achieved with this video looks amazing. So I wanted to recreate that. If I turn all the effects off, you can see that this video has been color graded already, like very, very subtly though. And the video just looks really, really great. Like cinematography, everything's on point. But let's say you wanted to add a little bit more finesse to this, a little bit more character or whatever you want to call it. I added the same effects from the other music video into this one. So if I were to turn on all the effects, you can see that you have this really cool, dreamy kind of, I'm not sure what you call it, but like a trippy, glowy effect. All right, first things first, you want to go into the effects, and in the effects, you want to go into the colorize option. So go to color, and then you're going to have the colorize option right here. If you scroll it down a little bit, it's going to look like this. Now keep in mind that I am on the Final Cut Pro 10 version 10.4.8. I would suggest you guys be on the latest version just so you have all the effects up to date, and so you guys don't run with any errors or any effects that you might not have if you're running an older version. So just update it and you should have all the effects here. So what you want to do is just drag this directly onto your video clip, assuming your video is like pretty much already done and edited. The only thing you need to do is, color grade it and add some last minute effects. Then this is perfect. So once you add your colorize effect here, you're going to go into where it says remap black 2. We're going to select that and we're going to go into the blue section. So we're going to move this to the middle here a little bit, and we're going to move this all the way down to like a darkish navy blue. So maybe around here. You can play around with this. Of course, the music video or the video that you're going to be using might be a little bit different. So just, change that accordingly. But I'm going to drag this now down a little bit. So it looks a little bit like this, maybe a little hint of green right there. Now once you're there, you're going to go to where it says remap white 2. So click this little red button or square, and then from there you're going to select a pink. So I'm going to move this towards the middle here, and I'm going to select a pink hue, and I'm actually going to increase this all the way, and I'm going to select maybe whatever color you want, but in this case I'm going to go with a pinkish color. That dreamy look, and where you see the intensity, you can change that from 50% all the way down to 0 and 100, depending on what you want and how much you want the strength of this to be. I mean, if you drag it all the way, it's going to look like that. Personally, I think at 50 is just right. You can decrease this a little bit to around 40. So if I put 40, that will look amazing. So once you're at that point, we're done with the first effect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the color board. So you're going to click on this little triangle, which will show you the color inspector. If you have an older version, it might look a little different. You can just click on the button there, or yours might look like the color board option here. Now you can change this to either color board or color wheels, color curve, or hue and saturation curves. I just go with the basic one just for the sake of this effect. So all I'm going to do is in the shadows, just start playing around with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag this and just move this down a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, here. And then we can change the midtones a little bit and maybe make it move it up a little bit like that here. And then the highlights, we want to make these a little brighter. So we're going to make the pinks a little brighter. So over here, like that. So this is without it, and just a little bit of play here. Now, if this is too strong, especially in the shadows, just drag it up a little bit. I want this to be a little bit more of a red hue. So there we go. Perfect. So now once you're done with that, we're going to go into the exposure tab, and we're going to drag the exposure from the shadows. We're going to drag that down a little bit. And then the midtones, we're going to increase a little bit. And then the highlights, we're going to increase quite a bit here, like that. Perfect. So once we're done with that, we're going to go back to the video inspector here, and we're going to add another effect called glow. So we're going to go into the effects, and we're going to go down to where it says, I believe it's I think it's in color. I'm not too sure. If you can't find it, just go to all video and audio and just type in glow, and that's a fast way of finding it. So I'm going to drag glow onto the video clip, and now we have glow. And this just brings out the highlights a lot more. so they're not that dull. So I'm gonna enable that, and we're gonna decrease the amount. I don't like it too strong, so I'm gonna move it to around maybe 20, maybe 25%. So this is without and with it applied, just to add a little bit of glow to it. Now, once you're done with that, we're gonna add a Prism Blur, and this is the main effect really. So we're gonna go down to Blur, and we're gonna get rid of the search, and in the effects here, and we're gonna go to Prism. So drag that onto that clip there, and now you're gonna have this really cool RGB split effect. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. So we only want to affect the outer edges and not the center here. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to create a mask. So you're gonna have this little button right here which says a mask, a shape or color mask. We're gonna click this, and we're gonna go to a shape mask. So once you have the shape mask enabled and you have it applied, you're gonna see a red ring show up here. So you can either hide what's inside of it or hide what's on the outside. So that's what we wanna do. We wanna invert this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click where it says, you can see the view mask option there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click back on this little mask option, and you're gonna have the invert masks. Click on that button, and now everything will be blurred except the centerpiece here where our ring is. So we can adjust the feather, and we can adjust the size of this. So we can increase this, maybe it'll make it a little bit bigger like that, and then bring down the feather a little bit. And now we can increase the amount, so we can have it 0, or we can really increase that. I'm gonna drag it all the way to around 27. So now if I go back and I push play, this is what it's going to look like. Looks super, super cool if you were to ask me. Now, again, you can change the color of this. You don't have to have the color on it. You can just have it like this too if you wanted to. Personally, I think the color makes it look a lot better, and you can also change the intensity. If you think it's too strong, just bring it down to like 20 or something, and that too will look amazing, but I like it how it is. Again, you can change this here. If you don't have to have the color board enabled, and it will look like this. I think this honestly looks a little better, but to each their own, of course. So that is this effect. Again, no plugins and no special software is needed at all. So this is the before. And this is the after. Super, super cool. So if you guys found this video helpful at all, please leave a like down below, comment below what other video ideas you want to see maybe this week, and subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on a video this week, and I will catch you on my next video tomorrow. Peace out.